pretty excited about the Haloview BT7 tyre management system. It's really good because it's combined your reversing camera with the actual tyre management system. Really good, and it's got all the information. So I'll do a review and let you know what's going on. Received this package from Haloview. They've asked me to do a review on their BT7 tyre pressure management system. It's come really well boxed, and I'll just show you exactly what's in it. So, as usual, well packed. We've got all the instructions on how to use it, and that's how it comes. So I'll just lay it all out and I'll show you exactly what we've got, and yeah. So this is what you actually get. You get your 7-inch monitor, nice and heavy, good quality. You've got your tyre pressure gauges. Now these just screw straight on. I'll show you later how they actually go in, but they're really good quality. I've got 6 here, but because I need 8, they've actually sent me some more here, and so I've got another 2 there, and the batteries that go with it. I've got 2 signal extenders, so these are relays, so that the message can actually get from the caravan to the car where the monitor is. So I've got 2 of those. Not sure if I'm going to need 2, but at least 1. 3 aerials, 2 aerials here go on to the monitor, and this aerial here actually goes onto the camera. But because the camera is so far back from the car and the monitor, they've also sent me an extension kit, and it's got its own aerial here, and that will be at the front of the caravan, and this will be at the back. So that signal will be able to go all the way. You get lots of cords and cables, basically for charging, recharging, adapting. You've got a cigarette lighter here for charging. You've got a charger here, which is USB-C to USB-A. You've got all your batteries, screws and washers and things. You've also got a rubber backing, so that when you actually put it onto the back of your caravan or RV, it's actually protected, and that's another little bracket that goes in there. And also you get a couple of adapters for attaching it to the windscreen of your car. So these are really good quality. That's one of those suction ones that you can actually suck on to your car windscreen, or this one is one that you can actually stick on somewhere, but again, very good quality. So looking forward to having a go putting them together. I'll show you how I put them onto the wheels, how I connect it all up, and we'll see how it goes. Let's go and have a look. You get 2 relays. I think I'm going to try one first. When they come, it's wrapped up like this, and you've got about 1 inch of free cable, which is not enough to get across to the battery. So what I've done is actually cut this down a bit, so I've actually got longer leads. And then the next thing to look at is your power source, and I've got my battery covers off here, and I can see my positive and negative up the top there. I'm going to have to try and work out where I'm going to put it, so I'll probably put it on this battery because it's got less leads coming off it. And you've got the choice of either sticking it on with one of these really good 3M stickers, or they also supply some electrical tyres, so you can actually wrap it around a pole or something like that. So I'm going to have a look and I'll let you know what I come up with. I've connected it up to power, and you can see there's 2 LEDs here. The green one that you can see on is power, and the other one says signal. So I reckon it's not sending a signal yet because we're not in motion, but I'm pretty sure that when we're actually in motion, that would actually be operating. So good so far. So I've actually decided just to, I've taken the cover off, I'm going to stick it up here inside my battery box, and that's like right out of the way there. Make sure that's nice and firm, and that's protected from any rocks that will be coming from the car. Now I've just got to get electrical tie and tidy this little bit up here. I'll tell you what, having the crocodile clips is so easy because you just got to clip them on. You don't have to disconnect your batteries and put the bolts in and out and being careful that your management system doesn't short out, but that's as easy as it is. That's really easy. And I can still see that my green power light is on. We're already running the BT solar system camera, and that's it up there. And the good news is that the whole Tyre management system is compatible with the previous versions. So we're going to stick with our camera up there, but if I was to mount the camera that came in this one, all you do is find a good location. You'd put your template up there or your rubber washer, you'd drill a hole in the middle so you'd have central on that, and then basically you'd get your camera, put your wires through, find positive and negative. You'd probably want to go to a caravan repair type person or an auto electrician to put that in if you weren't confident, or you could actually run your cables down and under to the battery. Every application is going to be different, so it's up to you which way you're going to do it. But we're going to stick with that one, and we might even work out another place to put this camera. Now, as far as the signal extender, again, it's the same as what we've got on the previous one, which basically runs from the camera all the way along the top of the roof down to that aerial there, that then sends the signal to the car. And again, it's the same, so we can use this one. If you have a look at our previous video, and I'll put the link down below, you'll see how I actually installed that. Hot tip is to make sure that you clean the areas where you put the little plastic tabs to hold the wire so it stays tight. The next thing we need to do is actually get one of the Tyre monitors, unscrew it like that, and that's how it comes. And that's where you put your battery in. So the batteries actually come with the kit, and there's a couple of spares actually. And what you do, so this is the battery here. It's one of those button batteries. It's a 3 volt. That's the positive on that side, and that's the negative on that side. You want negative down and positive up. So all you do is just push it into here until it's right in like that. Make sure it's just evenly in, and then yeah, just screw your cap back on. Make sure it's nice and tight, and that actually seals with a little rubber O-ring on the middle there, and then we do the rest. So there's my battery monitors. One thing I've just realised is printed on each of these monitors is a different number. So that one there is a DD0950. And I'd say that's because each one has a different frequency, so that when it's actually in operation, it's sending a different signal back to the main screen in the car. Now that you've got your batteries on all of your sensors, it's time to actually put them on the car, and it's quite simple. All you need to do is take off the old plug here, cap, and then with your lock nut, you put your lock nut on here, and that basically just goes straight in like that. So that's the lock nut in. And then you get your tyre pressure sensor, and that just goes straight in there. So you make sure the lock nut is back far enough so you hear a little bit of air coming out there. That's normal, because that's actually getting the seal and putting the pressure inside the sensor. So I'm going to put that lock nut back a little bit more so I can get a little bit tighter. So that's tight now, and now I'll just wind it back the other way, and the lock nut, you get this little spanner. Spanner goes on there like that, and then the spanner just tightens up the lock nut. This just makes sure that it can't come off easily, and it won't come off under vibration. So make sure it's nice and tight. And that's it. How easy is that? I got a little bit keen when I was putting my lock nuts on before I actually paired my sensors. So I need to ease that lock nut back again. and then just let this out until you hear the air come out, and then the air stop. So the air stopped like that. And then what we do, I've actually used a battery bank into the side of my monitor so I don't have to leave it in the car. So what I do now is, that's the front of the car, and I'm doing the second axle, which is the back axle of the car. So I press that, and then it says auto learn. So I actually hit auto learn here, and it says waiting. So while it's waiting, I screw this back in, you hear the air, and you hear beep beep. So now it's automatically put the ID in, which is DD03AD. So that's as hard as it gets. And now all I need to do is tighten up my lock nut so that I can pinch it or it doesn't fall off in heavy driving, and that's it, job's done. All I need to do now is go around and do the rest of the car and the floor in the caravan. Do both at the same time, so it's actually rotating its way through the different tyres. So this is the full screen. So in the camera you can actually see the what's behind us in the bush. What's happening here is the sensors going around checking all the tyres in the car. So the back left is 52 psi at 21 degrees Celsius. Now it's actually gone to the caravan. Now we don't have the caravan on, so that'll give a null reading until we put the caravan on. So that goes around those four, and then it should then head back to what the car is. So one last tyre. So here we go, front right of the car, 52 psi and 23. So that's there all the time. You can actually turn it off if you want, or you can go into more detail to find out what's actually happening and what your sensors are and settings are. Or you can just go into the controls. So you've got volume, pairing, picture, mirroring, park lines. So you can actually turn your park lines on so you can see what's going on there. You can actually move these in and out, left and right, and you can also make them go up and down, which is pretty cool. Or you can actually use your fingers. So we've got a touch screen there, which is pretty cool. You can record, you can scan, heaps more settings here, PAL or NTSC, trigger on your camera, and yeah, it's got everything. Then you can actually get rid of the view off and on, so you can actually turn that off if you really don't want it. But that's monitoring your tyres all the time, and if there's any errors, a little red symbol will come up to let you know that you've got some issues. Some thoughts, very well made, really good instructions. It actually works really, really well. I've actually used it on the caravan and the car. Very, very happy. I've actually taken the old system off. It's given me more space on the dashboard for looking out my windscreen, which is a safety factor. I'll leave all the information in the comments. If you want 5% off, I've got an OZLAPN 5 code that you can use there. It's available on Amazon, and I'll also put a product link in there so that you can go straight to it. So good job, guys. Good product. It'll keep us going quite well for our next adventure. Cheers. If you like this sort of video, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Okay, thanks. Graham and Joe, OZLAPN.